Hey guys, it's your boy MKS back with another video, back with another topic. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm hoping next year on the 15th, I don't know what day it'll fall on, but probably a Saturday or a Thursday. Anyway, I'm hoping to do like a video like this about off the top 30 Italian football players from history, and then another one with the top 30 current players who could play for Italy. I know that's more than how many can actually play in the squad, but and also 30 top young players under 30, possibly. All being well, that's what I'll do next year. I will do it today, but it's already nearly 6 o'clock and I haven't really done that much, so I'm probably going to just do one or two more videos about it and then about Italian football, and then move on. So as with the title of this one, I know I've done a few videos like this before, but this one is an updated version of my dreams for the national Italian football team. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to try and get on with the list. Number one, I often wonder whether I should include this as a later point, because I want to save the best till last, but I hope for Italy to be the number one country or place for football, and to be known as the top place for football and that kind of thing. To basically practice more than any other team and to win the most competitions. At this moment, I'm focusing on national teams, but at international events, by practicing more than anyone else, and also as long as it's within the rules of the game. Obviously, I tackle match fixing and all that kind of thing to win, as I say, within the rules of the game. Number two, I hope for Serie A, or the Italian, in fact, all the Italian leagues, the lower leagues as well, and youth level, and even schools, and even the government, to talk about what they will do to contribute to Italian football and how they can work together, and also sponsors, which I hope to come to, like sponsoring football pitches, footballs for everyone, and to encourage each other to play football together. Everyone in Italy to work together and like tackle bullying for football, where they encourage each other and that sort of thing. So everyone gets united behind the football team. Number three, I was even thinking like a few times, like, not sure how workable this would be, as with all my ideas, I suppose, to be fair, but what if people had to wear the Italian football unit? What if schools and businesses, I don't really like to force people to do things, but what if they had to wear the football uniform, which would unite, the argument being that it unites the country together, so that they wear the football uniform when they go to work and school and stuff. That's many organisations, like schools and workplaces, to have Italian football kit as the uniform, the national team, so that brings people together. Number four, again, to practice more than any other teams or any other country or anything like that. So people to practice for as many hours as possible, as many hours as their body allows them to. Obviously, you need to take rest sometimes, but to practice for at least an hour a day, possibly, probably even. I've heard of people who can work for about supposedly for 16 or even more, 17 or 18 hours a day. So I wonder if people could do that in football. I'm not sure, because obviously it's a practical thing, but also they could do things like improve their diet, and even when they're not playing, they can always be thinking about football and as much as possible, and thinking of ways to improve. But obviously they would have to do other things as well. But so practice for as many hours as possible, but at least one. Five, I dream for like everyone to have football in Italy, and even like parks or like councils and all that, put footballs in parks to encourage people to play as much as possible, and for parents and everyone across Italy to encourage people, especially younger people, to play football as much as they can. And again, schools could have like at least an hour a day of football in sports like PE. We call it here PE, which is physical education. They could have that in Italy, like for at least an hour a day, like even an hour practical, and maybe, or half an hour practical and half an hour theory and things like that. Number six, I dream to go to Italy and like share my ideas. Like some of them will be private, that I might not share on here, like some of the strategies or tactics or things like that. Number seven, I often say this, I don't know if God will listen to it, but I hope that God will bless Italian football and that sort of thing. Number 8, I hope to tackle some of the negative things about Italian football, make it a bit more attacking, use the passion in a positive way. Instead of people being ultras or football hooligans, they would teach younger people about football and use that time to train people, and tackle things like smoking or drinking or taking drugs. Instead, people like to be encouraged to play football, keep them out of trouble, and to discourage crime, and instead people to play football and things like that. And to tackle some of the prejudice as well, and make instead of having extreme right or extreme left wing ideologies, to have like centre right or centre left groups, and also like just to support each other and again be united through football, and Italians to fall in love with football, both their own teams and also just football generally, but especially Italian teams as much as possible across Italy. And number nine, I hope that Italians will prioritise football above like making money or other things. Like, it could be one of the most important things. Like, if Italians to make football one of the most important things in their life, maybe like football could be their first or second most important. I understand if the blokes say one other thing might be more important, but I won't probably mention it here. But anyway, like football to be either first or second most important in their life, after a certain other activity perhaps. And 10, I hope that Italians will look at how they can develop the youth and like encourage companies and organisations, banks and the government and so forth to sponsor special schools for people who have a talent for football. And even when migrants come to Italy, like looking at the best migrants for football, and also playing football with the tourists, and to encourage as much football as possible, especially amongst young people, and look at ways to develop the youth and what we or Italian football, in other words, can learn from other countries like Spain or Portugal or France about youth development, and that sort of thing. So how to develop, what are the best ways to develop the young players, and as I say, get as many young people to play football as possible, and make like special schools where perhaps, like my favourite figure again, 10% of the population focuses on I think I've said in some of my previous videos, like 10%. I always used to talk about 10%, or it's like my favourite figure kind of, but 10% of the population focus on football, and the government perhaps support them. So if they do get injured, they could still take that risk, because then the government will still, or organisations or businesses or banks can fund them, like and school and banks and other companies that support football, like schools and opportunities for people to play football and spaces for sport and things like for football mainly, if not solely, like Italians to support those businesses more. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think about my quirky ideas, and how realistic do you think they are, or how good do you think they are, and please let me know as ever what you think. Okay, peace out.